it, fetch it, fetch it. Good boy. Good boy. Ta. Ta. Good boy. Fetch it, 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 fetch it. Good boy. Good boy. Ta. Fetch it, fetch it, fetch it, fetch it, fetch it, fetch it. Fetch it. Good boy. Good boy. Ta. Fetch it. Fetch it. Good boy. Ta. Go on, fetch it. You had enough now? Ow. Charlie seems to like watching tennis.
That's a great strike. That really, really was well played. And Tarek Maximus is really on the up at the moment. But the women's game is actually a bit of a void, so the opportunity is there for her to really make the most.
Well, good evening. It's Monday the 25th of June and this is the start of another week of the Puppy Diaries. It's about 10:25 on Monday in the evening and I've sort of forgotten to come on and update you all, but here I am now. I've already taken a few clips of Charlie playing and I'll insert those. The weekend was really, really good. Saturday was me, Andrew and Charlie. I went to the gym for a short period in the morning and then we came home and had the day together. And Charlie's doing really, really well. The majority of poos have been outside. We're still having some wheeze inside, but a lot outside. We're still occasionally having a period where he's doing quite a few wheeze in a short period of time. A lot of the time he is indicating to go outside, especially for poos, but the wheeze, especially when he's having this excitable half an hour, we're not quite getting on top of, but we're getting there and there's definitely progress. He's still eating and drinking really well. His playtimes and activity levels are definitely increasing. He definitely has a sort of mad hour or two in the afternoon or evening, and his days are more chilled out, which is good in a way because I'm obviously working. So I'm not quite sure how to address the sort of excitable half an hour, but I think we probably just need to carry on persevering. And what we've been doing that's really working is rewarding with a bit of kibble every time he does a wee or a poo outside, and I think that's really brought him on. And as I say, he's going to the door himself a lot of the time and wanting to be let out, and the majority of time when he does that, he goes straight out and does something, so that's really, really good. And also we had a bit of progress on the night front. Last night he was dry, wheeze and poos all the way through the night. When Andrew came down in the morning there was nothing in the pen at all, so whether that was a fluke or not I don't know, but he's definitely settling a lot better in the pen at night. So there's no crying, there's been no crying now for 2 nights, and it gradually reduced over the past few nights, the crying. So it was half an hour, then 20 minutes, then 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, one little cry, and now there's nothing. And he does recognise the routine, so I do the routine every night. So I line with paper, puppy pad down, bed in, the plastic bed, then his water, a few toys, and then when we're actually ready at the last minute, after he's had his last wee, I put him in the bed, tell him night night, tell him to be a good boy. I lock the bolts on the door, and then I get a Kong toy and I fill it with his kibble. And as long as he's in his bed, he then gets his kibble, and I say night night, be a good boy, and he tucks into that, and I leave him. And like I say, the past 2 nights there's been no cry. Last night and tonight, he's down there now, and there's no crying. So we'll see how tonight goes with the weeing and pooing. It might have just been a fluke, but I also think it helps that we've changed the time of his last dinner. So he's now getting fed at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 6 o'clock. And then he's doing 1 or 2 poos in the evening, throughout the evening, and he seems to be settling a lot better. So he gets about 70 grams of the puppy kibble throughout the day, as well as treats. We've also been working on sit and lay down, which he's doing really well, and he's got that. We've been working a little bit on tar and fetch. Tar is when we're doing tug of war and we want the toy, and then he'll, up to a certain point, fetch it back. We're also doing harness and lead training a little bit, although we do need to look up more YouTube videos on how to do it properly. But I think just at the moment, just getting him used to it is a good idea. The only other problem we're having is the biting or the nipping. He is quite nippy. I don't think he means to do it, but it's just when he gets excited. And also he's quite nippy around our feet, so we're always having to wear shoes. But I'm sure we'll get there, and the positives are well outweighing the negatives at the moment. And like I say, he's getting more into our routine. He's relaxing in the daytime when I need to be working, and then he gets all his energy in the evening. But that's okay, because then that's when we've got time to play with him. So that's the update for today, and I'll pop on tomorrow and tell you a bit more. Well, good evening. It's 6:30 on Tuesday. I just thought I'd come on because, one, I've just had my hair cut and I have to show somebody. So even though this is the Puppy Diaries, I thought I'd come on and show you that I've had my fringe cut and a little trim on my hair. And I'm not going anywhere tonight, so you're the only people, apart from Andrew, who's going to see this. We've had another good day today. He's settling down a lot. I don't know if it's the heat or what, but he has settled down a lot today in the office with me, and he still hasn't had his mad half an hour yet, but that might be still to come. So I might try and get some footage for you in a bit. I'll also try and get some footage of his lead training. We're still having all poos outside, and we've had 2 or 3 accidents today, so it's definitely lessening, apart from when he's in these excited times. So yeah, he's definitely got sit and lay down. He's remembering those from day to day when we keep sort of testing him. Yeah, so it's been a little love, but he's he's not bitey, it's always like an accident, but very teethy. I was just looking at my feet when I was at the fitness stretch class on Monday, and I've got a few war wounds on my feet. Yeah, oh yeah, that was the other thing I wanted to say. He was dry through the night on Sunday, but when Andrew came down on Monday, from Monday night, there was poo and wee in the crate, in the playpen again, so it was just a fluke. But still, we've had one dry night, there might still be more to come. So I will try and get some footage for you tonight. Otherwise, I'll catch you later.
Right, so we're attempting to get Charlie used to the lead and harness. We'll see how it goes.
Good boy. Oops.
Oop.
Charlie. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Come on then. Good boy. Good boy. Not that we've got anything left in here. All gone. All gone. Come on then. Let's see if we can do it without treats. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yes, he's a good boy. Good boy. Is that an I've had enough? No treat, no more treats. Good boy. We've managed to stop the biting on the lead by offering treats instead. It was biting on the lead quite a bit, but we've managed to stop that, or most of it anyway, by offering a treat instead. So yeah, making a little bit of progress. You hold him now.
What now? There's no treats, so I'm going to look alright.
I'll come and I'll go and get you some. No, I was just going to ask you, how do you feel everything's going?
I think we've progressed since last week. That's for sure.
Yeah.
We're getting there slowly.
Has he got? Just check he's not got his leg caught again.
Yes, you haven't you? How do you manage
I
it?
think it's when he rolls over.
Well,
That's the only thing. I think the harness is slightly big, so we have to keep checking his leg's not caught.
Pilot Ola, just pop the lid on. It's great that you take this about. It'll last for a whole week. You wrap it up in thin film, leave it in the fridge, and you can take slices of it as and when you want it. But the best part of this is this next bit. This is the bit.
Ow!
All the way through. And you open it out. Just check out this for a sandwich. That's a
Get
proper
off.
sandwich. I mean, just look at that. You've got all the lovely layers as well.
Charlie, Charlie.
This will actually fall apart.
Ow! That wasn't biting. That ow! That was biting. Ow! Get down. Good boy. Good boy, straight away. Good boy. Good boy. Down. Sit. Down. Good boy. Up. Sit. Good boy. Down. Good boy. Down. Good boy. Charlie. Charlie. Good boy. Down. Good boy. So it's now Wednesday evening and we've had another good positive day, as you've seen. We've got the sit and the lay down. He's definitely, I think I've said this before, but he definitely responds to his name now. He hasn't had another dry night, but Andrew says he thinks it's one wee and one poo through the night, so that's good. And today I think we've only had 3 or 4 wees in the house and everything else has been outside. So when it comes down to actually being able to count how many accidents he's had in the house, then rather than sort of losing count, I think that's positive. And there's been no poos in the house for quite a few days, apart from the one he does overnight. So yeah, we're feeling really good about that. And he's definitely a lot more relaxed during the day. I think he's learning to fit into our routine. And I don't know whether it's because of the weather or not, but he's definitely been a bit more relaxed today. And the mad half an hour or hour wasn't quite as long today. But also we think that he needs his food increasing now. So we think that he might have been a bit hungry, and we've just weighed him and we think he's about 2.5 kilos. Obviously we can't be exact until we take him to the vet on Monday, because us weighing him ourselves, it's just obviously one of us stepping on the scales and then stepping on the scales with him in our arms, which is not exactly precise. But we think he's about 2.5 kilos, and we were giving him 70 grams of food through the day, but he needs about 100, so we're going to start that tomorrow. But I mean, he was getting 70 grams plus all his treats. Now he's going to be getting 100 grams plus all his treats, so he'll be getting plenty from tomorrow. And we'll see if that settles him down a little bit in the evenings. But we do understand that as a puppy he's going to have the mad half an hour, but he's definitely learning, and we are persevering with the lead training, and he's done better with that. And what I'm doing as well as the clip you saw yesterday, I'm making it longer between giving him treats. But I do need to watch more videos about lead training, and hopefully when we get to puppy classes, which might be a week on Thursday, then we'll learn more about that kind of thing. Unfortunately, it's been a little bit too warm to take him out on little walks where I hold him. I think it's been too warm for him, so I don't know whether that's contributing to him having this sort of mad half an hour or hour. But yeah, we're coping, we're settling down. When we throw a toy and he brings it back, that's increasing as well. So yeah, I think we've got a genius on our hands. So I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Boy. Ta. Ta. Good boy. Fetch. Good boy. Fetch that one. Good boy. Ta. Good boy. Ta. Ta. Good boy. Good boy. Ah, good boy. Well, good evening. It's Thursday, the 28th of April. It's
April?
28th of June. Sorry, don't know where that came from. And it's 20 to 9, and the football's on. Yeah, we've had another pretty good day. We had one poo inside this morning, but otherwise we've had poos outside again. We've had about 3 or 4 wees in the house, so it is slowly coming down, and he does like to be outside. In fact, he's always at the door wanting to be outside. He's a lot more settled during the day. I think he's getting to know the routine now, that when I'm working he just needs to be quiet in his bed or playing by himself with his toys, which he's getting more used to. As you can see, he likes his plays as well. He likes to play fetch. We've done more lead walking in the garden, and I'm trying a bit of stay as well, which he is kind of picking that up. Obviously, I find it difficult to film when I'm training, but I'll try and get as many clips as I can. But again, I'm no expert. I'm just watching YouTube videos and picking it up from there. Yes, I'll ask you your opinion in a minute.
I don't have opinions.
So after we'd played the fetch game, which you saw, he then started having his mad zoomies, so he's running around and round and round on the floor. But currently he is tuckered out, laying on the rug. But yeah, he does seem to have this 2 or 3 hours in the evening where he's not settling, and he just wants to be plodding about or playing or running or doing something in the garden, which is understandable when he's laying down all day. But when you want to relax, it does kind of, it's hard work, but it's going to be worth it, I'm sure. And it is nice to see him playing and fetching and running around and burning off some energy. So yeah, I think that's about it for today. I keep forgetting to tell you that his second injections are on Monday the 2nd of July. So then we need to find out how much longer it'll be before he can go out on a walk, actually on the ground. I've still been taking him wrapped up in my jacket first thing in the morning, but by the time I finish work at 4:30 it's been too hot to take him out again, so we haven't been doing that. But yeah, I mean, he's definitely getting better with the toileting. He's catching on to the tricks and the rules that I'm teaching him. We are trying something new with biting. Is it something like inhibition?
I can't remember what they called it now.
It's one of the videos. Just bear with me a second, I'll look it up. I'll be back in a minute. So yeah, it's puppy biting, learn puppy bite inhibition training, and that is on Simportico Dog Training channel. I'll try and remember to put a link below, but that's the method we're trying at the moment, with mixed results. Basically what it is if he bites or play bites, you say ow ow until he turns away, and then you say good boy. So you don't move your hand away or give him a chew toy instead. You say ow ow, and it does. He says it does take a few weeks, but I'm not quite sure whether that's working or not, so we'll have to see. But let me know what you think or what you did for your puppy biting. Have you got anything to add? Come on, you hold it and you tell us what you think.
Double chin. What about?
Just about how he's getting on and how today's gone. Or
Yeah, he's
how
not
you
doing
feeling?
too bad. It's certainly better than he was last week. I said to Debbie last week, I think it was, and I just said that instead of trying to see improvements from day to day, try and see improvements from week to week, and I think you can, can't you?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's coming on. It's coming on into. I mean, like you say, there's not much more I can say than what you said, but he's getting there slowly. It's just frustrating. You think you're getting somewhere, and then it's like one step forward and three back. But he's not bad. It's just that that 2 hour period in an evening where he's just absolutely goes berserk. But yeah, I suppose he's just being a puppy. He's only a baby after all. So yeah, smashing. He's getting a bit chunkier now.
Yeah.
We certainly can see he's grown in the last week. Yeah. Oh, you're walking him up now. Oh, is Mummy walking you up? Oh,
Can you see?
yeah. You're getting a big boy now, aren't you? Mm. So yeah.
So yeah, that's the update for today, and we will catch you. Goodness knows what this will look like on the film. You're moving it about a bit too much. That's better. And we'll catch you tomorrow.
We will.
It's Friday lunchtime, and Charlie just loves being out in the garden. Charlie! Charlie! Good boy! Where's it come in? Oh, he's coming. Good boy. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, you sitting? Good boy. You talking? Charlie? Oh, you're going. You're hiding now. Bye-bye then. Oh, there you are. Come away from that. Well, good evening. It's now Friday, and this will be the last clip of this particular vlog. Nothing really new to report today. We did leave Charlie in his playpen again when we went to Aldi for just over an hour, and I did the usual nighttime routine the routine that we do at night time of setting the pen up with the puppy pad and the water and his plastic bed and some of his toys, and at the last minute giving him a Kong toy full of his kibble, and he was perfectly happy. And when we came back just over an hour later, he hadn't done anything in his pen, so that was positive. And he waited till we let him out, and he did a wee and a poo. So he was a very good boy while we were out. He's really, I'm sure I'm repeating myself from previous days, but he's really settling down during the day. And then he's having an hour or two of unsettled behaviour and madness and playing. in the evening, which can be quite stressful. But also we're trying to enjoy it as well, because I'm sure he won't be like this for very long. So yeah, he tends to play for a bit, then he'll go running round mad like a mad one, play for a bit, then we'll try and distract him by doing walks on the lead or doing tricks or whatever, and then he'll have the running round madness, and we have to sort of pretend we're on an island and put our feet up on the sofa, because that's when he gets quite bitey. But he's settled down again now for a sleep. But yeah, I think Andrew's finding it quite stressful, that period. But I think once we can go out for a walk, I think that'll help him, because that'll tire him out. So hopefully we'll find out on Monday. I think there's a period after the second injection where they still can't go out, whether it's 1 week or 2 weeks. So hopefully we'll find out on Monday how long we have to wait till we can take him out for a walk, and it won't be too soon. But yeah, I think we just have to try and enjoy it, and just keep trying to play with him and trying to engage with him, especially as he's quiet during the day while I'm working. He's doing really, really well with his toilet training. Again, today we've had a minimal number of accidents. We've had 3, I think, and all poos outside. So 3 wheeze, 3 or 4 wheeze, and all poos outside. 3 or 4 wheeze inside and everything else outside. So he's doing really, really well. There is no crying at night now. He goes, when he sees that I've set up the pen, he goes and lays in his bed and waits for his bone. So I'm hoping, that he'll really settle down, and we'll start to see that maybe he can be left outside the playpen eventually. But obviously that's down the line. Yeah, it's been a tough week, but we can see improvements. And like Andrew was saying yesterday, we have to just compare to how he was last week. But yeah, it's not easy having a puppy, so don't take the decision lightly. So if you do have any suggestions about how we can play with him, what tricks we can teach him, how we can keep him occupied, how we can tire him out, or any comments or any other suggestions like that, then I'd be really happy to hear it. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog again. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my new subscribers and to the old ones who've supported me all along the way. I don't know how much footage I'll get over the weekend, but I'll certainly vlog on Monday when I take him to his second injection to the vets. Okay then guys, I'll catch you next time.